What's up, everybody? My name is Justin. Most people know me as GDT or Garage Day Trader. And in today's video, we're going to look back at the entirety of 2023 into my day trading account, into my TraderSync stats. What did I make this year from day trading every day in the stock market? Okay, so if you're new here or you haven't seen me before, my name is Justin. I don't trade how a lot of other people out there do, and I'm not putting up the crazy, insane numbers. So if that's what you're looking for from this video, you're not going to get it. But if you are looking for a realistic look into what you may be able to do by yourself from home with a smaller sized account, smaller being in parentheses because it's all relative, but I am over PDT, so smaller, but still decently sized, but not trading with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars like a lot of other gurus out there are. We're going to break it down in this video and show you exactly what I made, what my statistics were for the year, what went well, what went wrong, and what I'm looking forward to trying to do in 2024. Okay, so before we get into the actual numbers and statistics and all that, I just wanted to give you a general overview of how it went for the account, because I think this is one of the better statistics to look at the end of the year, because if you try to compare yourself to all the big numbers that people are putting up out there, it can get a bit unrealistic. But this is me. I just took a quick screenshot of this out of my account. We will get into the actual account here in a bit, but I wanted to do this so that I could get rid of a couple of the numbers on here that I don't want to show you quite yet. But this is my rate of return for the year to date here. I'm filming this on the second to last day of December, so year to date is the entirety of 2023. And really what I'm just trying to show you here is two things. One is the P&L curve, and by curve I just mean what I made or lost throughout the year. And you can see, with the exception of I took one big loser there throughout the year, it was pretty steady, no huge wins, the one big loser, but other than that, just a steady incline along the way. Eventually made that back, that loser and more, and ended the year with a final rate of return on my account just from trading, and this is net return, so this is after commissions and fees and all that, of 23.31%. And the interesting thing about that is if we look up the SPY year to date, I'm just going to pull it up here quickly in what's this, Robinhood. We look at the SPY year to date. See if that focuses in there. There we go. It finished up 23.58%. So I finished just slightly under what the SPY did. The Qs were much better. They were like 50% on the year, but just under what the SPY did itself. So, you know, that's not bad when you're trading on your own from home with your own account. Sure, could I have just put all of my money into the SPY at the beginning of 2023 and just let it sit there and came up with even a slightly better return than I got? Yes, but that's not what we're here for. Okay, so this is going to be another screenshot here just because there was a lot of information that I couldn't quite figure out how to do without showing you absolutely everything. But really, I just wanted to show you kind of what's going on here and what went on in the account. So you can see the final time-weighted rate of return of 23.31%. And if you guys really want to figure out what my account level it is at, you can figure it out based on this screen. But you can see that the change, though, is only showing 25.9112, which is what it's currently above that I started at the beginning of the year. But if we look at what actually happened through the year, you can see I made $9,243.75. Now that includes interest that I accrued through Interactive Brokers, whatever rebates, kickbacks I may have gotten through them, and so on. So that kind of includes all of that in that $9,243.75 mark. So that is what I made in the account throughout the year. That is the total of everything that I've made. So you guys now know. I will show you all that more in a bit here, but that's not where the account currently stands in the positive, because throughout the year there was obviously other things going on. I took out $6,300 and $305 this year that I took out of the account. One of that I funded my Vegas trip with, and then I paid some bills off with the other. I actually wanted to try and pay myself more along the way this time, and slowly grow the account and then slowly start trying to move into bigger sizing as I go, instead of just keep it all in there and then try and just get bigger size as I grow it. I thought this would be probably a little bit more better or safer way, or more responsible way to try to grow the account. So you can see, had that there, I got almost $600 just in interest from my money sitting with IB. So almost $600 in interest just from sitting with them, and I paid just under $1,000 on the year here in commissions. So that's really not that much when you think about it. That's under $100 a month I was paying in commissions. I know obviously you could trade commission free out there, but for the speed and accuracy that I want things to be, I definitely want this type of platform that has the executions, the reliability, and the speed that I want. So, you know, you got to pay for the better things. Okay, so now we are in the actual account here, and I just want to show you this just so that you know it's all real. This is all things that you can click on and see what happened throughout the year. So this is every ticker that I traded throughout the year and what the net results were. If we just scroll down to the bottom here, it'll show us everything. So this is every actual stock that I traded. Then I also traded a few options along the year. Nothing really crazy there. But this is going to show you what I actually made just from trading. So just from trading, I made, in stocks, I made, after everything is said and done, I made $8,150.18. That's net return. That's not gross. And then add on another $106.12, and that gives you that 82, whatever it was, total return from actual trading. Then you factor in all the interest and everything. It's just how we get to that $9,200 mark. So you can see every trade there, or at least every ticker that I trade throughout the year. And then if we click on them, you can see all the different trades that were made throughout the year. I'm not sure what ticker might be my biggest. Tesla, maybe, definitely one. You can see a lot of trades here in Tesla throughout the year, but that's it. You guys have now seen all the account information. So we're going to go ahead over into TraderSync and take a look at what the actual stats look like for the year. By the way, if you want to sign up for Interactive Brokers, which is the broker that I use, there is a link down in the description below, and you get a little bonus if you use that link to sign up. Okay, so we've already checked out the account in Interactive Brokers. You guys have seen what I made, and you can see it transfer over here into my TraderSync trading journal. So the net accumulative return of 82.59.57, and then the final return is down here at the bottom of 92.43.75. So that's my actual final return of, after everything was said and done this year, including interest and fees and commissions and trades, everything combined, I came out positive $9,243.75. That may be off $1 or so from what IB has, just because of how it exchanges information back and forth. But that is where I am at on the year. So if we look at it overall, my total profit factor is 2.14, which is anything above 1 means you're in the money. So that's pretty good. I will take that. One of the things, and if you guys remember, especially at the beginning of the year, this was generally a very slow year, especially in the first several months. The market was really slow out there for really like the first 3, 4, 5 months out there. It was very slow. So on the year, I took a total of 371 trades, which is much less than I generally would have thought of coming in the year, which is part of probably what contributed into not quite hitting that 5 figures on the year that I was hoping to hit. Would have really liked to hit that 5-figure mark for the first time in my trading career, but I did end up slightly better than I did the previous year. So I guess I can't be too upset about that. Win percentage of 88.41%. So that's pretty good. I'll take that. I generally shoot for 90 or above. I would like to be at 90 or above. That's where like my stat range really works out for my trading style, my trading strategy. If you guys want to know about my trading strategy, I have made a whole comprehensive video about that here on the channel. Go to the homepage, look that up, or maybe I'll remember to link it right up here, but I always forget to do that. Okay, so if we go into, I have my main strategies that I use, and then there is a few things that like branch off from there and that I try and do from time to time. So I have made very little from call option support resistance, call option swings, made very little from those. These two were actually just a kind of a test that I was checking out between what I made, whether I should be holding longer or not. And it kind of came out to, and this is kind of deceiving because this just shows you what I actually made on those particular trades, but kind of really came out to 50-50 on that. And that was over about the last half of the year that I tracked that. So I think I just got to keep going with, my current plan on that and see where it goes. So then I have my two basic types of trades here. I have my long trades and my short trades. I have broken them down into 1 entry, 2 entry, 3 entries, and 1 entry, 2 entry, 3 entries. And you can see by far my most profitable one of those is when I short and when it's only a 1 entry short. And generally that's because if it works on the first entry, it's a green trade, and I don't have too many of those that actually end up being red. I was actually red on moves that I was long on that I had 3 entries, but I think I really only had a couple of them throughout the year. Yeah, I only had 9 trades of that throughout the year, so not necessarily an indication or not of whether that strategy needs to be put to bed. It just didn't have enough data on it for the year. All right, so I think along with what I was saying with how the year was pretty slow to start, we're going to just go through quickly here on the calendar and see what the year looked like for each month. So for January, made $475. February was real slow, made less than $300 in February, so the year was off to a very slow start. Made $1,000 in March, so started to pick up there in March, had an all-green month of March, which is nice. Made $1,300 in April, another all-green month there in April, was trading pretty good. Then in May, made $1,500, only had 1 red day, but had some nice winning days sprinkled in there. So we were starting to pick up going into the spring, but then got into summer, and you can see start going back down the other way as we get into the summer trading months, plus had some more red trades. So made $1,300 in June. Then in July, only made $400. That was also when I was off on vacation for a week and had some no trades going on in there. So back down there in July. August then, my only red trading month of the year, lost about $1,300 in August. And that was because I had one really bad day there where I lost $2,000 on TNGX. If you guys want to look at that trade. Quite honestly, I've put it out of my head and kind of forgot how it went. But yeah, so this one, I kind of broke my rules and got a little crazy on. Sometimes with this strategy, you can get too overconfident and be like, yep, it's going to work. So you can see I entered, and the only thing I did any good at all was eventually I did give up just before it hit my max loss on the account there, because then it kept going after that. So almost hit broker max loss there. Or did I hit it? I can't quite remember if I hit it or not, but that was really the trade there that made me red on that month, because on that trade alone, lost $2,100 there on TNGX. But let's go back into the calendar real quick here. That was August we were talking about. Yes, August. So still lost $2,100 on that. Ended up $1,300 down on the month. So made $800 throughout the rest of the month there in August to at least lessen that blow a little bit. September made $960, 1 red day there. October, $831, so it was pretty slow coming out of summer. Then November, $889. And then December, which I never actually made an individual video about, I made $503. And that was pretty much because of a buying power issue trade that I had, which affected, I wasn't able to trade it how I wanted. If you guys saw the video, lost $626 that day. So had that trade, and it would have worked out had I been able to trade it how I wanted. So had that trade worked out and I've been able to trade it like I wanted, would have had, over $626 more, because it would have been green, and that would have made this about an $1,100 month, let's say $700 or so more, and would have been really approaching that 10 or that 5-figure year, which I was really hoping. But that trade there on the 13th of December really got rid of any chances of that. So And these are all including commissions and fees and everything on these month views here. We just take a real quick look at the evaluator here. This is by price range of stock, and you can see it's working everywhere. I just had the one bad trade there, and that's the TNGX trade, which is why you see this big down move here, because I traded that one poorly. But you can see that was actually probably my most profitable price range, the $5 to $10 range, except for that one trade got me a little bit there. And my least profitable looks like it was the $100 to $200 range, which I don't trade those nearly as much generally. So that's it, everybody. This is a look into my year that was here in trading, my first full year back after taking that hiatus there for about, what was it, a year and a half or so, or whatever it was when I went through the divorce and everything. So this is my first full year back, making a little bit over $9,200 on the year, which obviously not a lot to some, but a ton to others, and you know, better than 99% of people out there when you're in the green. So I will take that overall. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you had a good year trading. Let me know how you did. I do have a discount for TraderSync. If you want to use TraderSync, check that out down in the link below. And the huge sale for the scanner I use, which is how I find all my trades, is still going out on now at Intensity Stock Watch. You can get 65% off the team version of the scanner, which is the most robust, includes everything version of the scanner, with my link and code GDTISW. Make sure you guys check those out. Let's go 2024. My goal, I guess, for 2024 is to at least double what I did this year. I think that can be more of a realistic goal than maybe what I had last year. So we'll try and double it, hit my first 5-figure year, maybe hit 20,000 next year. That would be pretty cool. And we'll see what happens. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in 2024.